Good morning, everyone. Before I start, is my voice clear to all of you? Is the audio clear? Just give me a quick clear in the chat window if the audio is clear. Okay, that's perfect. My audio is clear. Now let's check the video. And here I am. Is the audio and video both clear? Just give me both in the chat window quickly, or give me a thumbs up, everyone who's on Zoom. Perfect. So welcome back all NLP members. Welcome back all Platinum members for NLP workshop. Today is a magical day. These 2 days are going to be a turning point in your life. What is a turning point? A turning point is where you're going in life in the same direction for many, many years. And then you get a chance to turn your life in a different direction altogether. NLP is that workshop which becomes a turning point in your life because you will acquire the skills to take control of your brain like nobody ever has taught you before that. I promise you this. NLP is the superpower of law of attraction. That's what it is. Everyone write this down. NLP is the superpower of law of attraction. And today my promise is very simple to you. My promise is that learning NLP, you will be able to attract almost anything you want in your life. Why? Remember that law of attraction works because of only one thing. Everyone show me your hands. Law of attraction works because of what? Frequency, right? Energy and frequency. Now, what is our frequency made of? Our frequency is made of 4 things. FTBA, feelings, thoughts, beliefs, and actions. NLP gives you the superpower to change your frequency, which means to take control of your FTBA in literally 10 minutes for any area of your life. You can stop any negative emotion. You can start any negative emotion. You can stop negative thinking, overthinking. How many of you would love to do that? Type in I in the chat window if you need to do that. You can start positive thinking, not just stop negative thinking. You'll be able to break limiting beliefs. You'll be able to create powerful beliefs. Best part, you will learn how to stop your unconscious programming of negative actions. How many people here are realizing you have some bad habits, you have some negative actions that you keep taking, like overwatching network, OTT, or overwatching YouTube, overwatching mobile, unnecessary going on Facebook for some time, and you keep having these negative habits. Some people have addictions like smoking, alcohol, and these bad habits have been going on for a long period of time. Type in for how long have you been experiencing some bad habits in the chat window right now. We can break these bad habits in one session. The best part is you will learn how to create new habits. Example, there is one aspect of life called breaking bad habits, but there's another part of aspect called creating good habits. That's another aspect. Example, how many of you would love to create a good habit of exercising every day? Raise your hands, please. How many of you would love to motivate yourself to work every day with love? Raise your hands. Even if you don't like some work, would you love to program yourself to do it with love? Yes or no? We'll show you all of that. It's part of NLP today and tomorrow. It's a mind-blowing program. All I need you to do is make sure that you're attending 2 full days. Type in IP, I promise that you're attending 2 full days right now, please. Those of you who are watching me on YouTube live right now, you have access to this program only for the first 1 hour as my gift to you, also because of 2 reasons. 1, I wanted to really give you exposure, even though you can't purchase the program right now. I wanted to give you exposure. What is the power of NLP? Second, I wanted to give you an experience through the first lesson to give you the conviction that you can be part of the NLP workshop if you are ready to invest. At the end of this lesson number 1, we will be giving you an opportunity to join the full NLP program by giving you a payment link in YouTube Live later after 1 hour. If you realize in this 1 hour that this program can absolutely change your life, if you're convinced that this program can be a turning point in your life, then and only then you're welcome to join the program. The moment you pay using the link in the YouTube Live, my team will immediately give you a Zoom link and you can immediately join the Zoom link. Today, the whole day we will be with you. Tomorrow, the whole day will be with you only for Zoom participants. For YouTube Live, the lesson will complete after 1 hour and we will log out. If that's a fair deal, people on YouTube, type in FD, fair deal, that I will teach you everything possible for the first 1 hour. If you find this is a life-changing program, only then you invest and join. Cool? Awesome. Now, let's begin with a little bit of sharing. Some of the senior members who've been with us for a long period of time, and you've attended NLP 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Let's do one thing. Type in the chat window, you are here attending today how many times? Those of you who are here for the first time, type in 1. Those of you who are here for the second time, type in 2. Those of you who are here for the 3rd time, type in 3. 4th time, type in 4. Believe me, there are people who are even here for the 5th time. But let's look at the chat window now. Okay, so we've got a lot of people coming in for the first time. That's great news. A lot of people attending second time. Some of you, okay, look at that. Arya's attending 7th time. Preeti ji, Deepak is attending fourth time. A lot of you attending fourth time. Ved is coming back for fourth time. And we've got Suresh ji attending for fourth time. Megha is attending for third time and recording earlier. Vinod is here for the third time. Awesome. So congratulations, all of you who are here multiple times. The reason I purposely took this number to inspire the new members that you cannot say that you've attended NLP once and you're done. Please make sure that you attend NLP again and again. How many of you promise that the next batch you will come back? Type in IP. I promise that the next batch you will come back, especially those of you who are here for the first time. I promise you, master this one workshop and at least 80% of your brain comes under your control. Okay? Before we begin, let's raise some Zoom hands to share the results of the senior platinum members. As the senior platinum members are beginning, after that, I will also share a slide of results with you of some of the senior members that we had documented. We also showed you that in the webinar last time.
Mitesh.
All right, so let's begin. Yes, Indu, I am Ved, right?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, Ved. I want to wish Ved.
Before we begin, I want to wish my nephew, Ved, who's been attending every weekend on almost all the workshops. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Vedu.
Happy birthday, bacha.
Happy birthday, Beta. May this be the most magical year of your life. And I'm so proud that even though you're sitting there in New Jersey, every weekend you attend on your own. I'm not even sending you reminders anymore. Very, very proud of you for that. You can hear me? Okay, connecting your audio. Indu, you want to come on video?
Yeah, I'm on video. Happy birthday, beta.
We still can't hear you. Now we can hear you.
Okay.
Chutti maar lete na, bacha.
I'm trying. I'll see how much I can attend because
Okay.
I'm on no sleep since yesterday, so I'll see how much I can attend.
Okay. Have fun.
Anyway, this is
Enjoy
like your
your
fourth or
birthday.
fifth batch, right?
Fourth or fifth batch, yeah.
Fourth or fifth, yeah. Awesome. Happy
Yeah.
birthday again, and send me a message about what's the gift you want.
I don't want anything.
All right, everyone, please unmute, give him a big happy birthday, and give him blessings that let this be the most magical year of his life. Let's go.
Happy birthday,
birthday,
Ved.
Ved.
Happy birthday, Ved.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Ved.
Ved.
Happy birthday to you once
Love
again.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
Thank
Ved.
you. Thank
All
you,
right.
everyone.
So those of you who don't know, Ved is my nephew, my younger brother's son. He lives in US. Every weekend, without excuse, he attends almost the entire night. Today he may not because he's already not slept for quite some time. But look at his commitment. He's still here without a reminder, even on his birthday. How many of you think that's commendable? Right? He's attended almost all the courses of Platinum. And the purpose is not only learning. In future, he wants to be a coach like me. And that's one of the things that I'm training him for so that he can be a really successful coach in the future. So that's Ved. Now let's begin with some sharing. All right, Poonam. Hey, Poonam, go for it. What do you want to share?
Hi, sir. Very good morning. After a long time, I'm seeing you.
Welcome
But
back.
Since last 2-3 weeks, I haven't attended again. Okay. So results through NLP, lot of results actually. So I might take a little time, but I'll share the major results. Is first I started getting control of my GDD, where I literally focus. Okay, I am doing generalization, or I am doing distorting, or I am deleting something. If
Very
at
good.
all there are negative scenarios coming in the life.
So just for new
Second.
members, when you say GDD, it means you were able to take control of your thinking, of how your
Yes.
brain thinks, right? Okay.
Yes, yes. I started catching my thoughts actually. Like, okay, I'm going in a wrong time right now.
Very
So
good.
that's the major part. Second thing was in likes, dislikes, what you teach us, I have literally taken over 60 to 70% of my junk eating.
Wow.
So I won't say 100% because still it is there. But now I don't eat out of emotional eating. I
Wow.
eat because there is something, even if I'm out or I've not cooked or something like that,
Correct.
only then that comes, only that because I'm hungry. It's not out of emotional eating. So that's likes to dislikes I have did.
Amazing.
Third thing is my health. I started exercising and I've started taking care of my health, which previously I used to dislike. So again, that reverse reciprocated. I did
So
it.
you converted yourself from not wanting or not liking exercise to now liking exercise.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes. I did that. And the last thing, I have literally started very good rapport building with my clients and everyone around me.
Excellent.
I mean, there are many of the things, but I'm so excited. But this is the major things I have seen changes in myself
Amazing.
through NLP.
Awesome. Congratulations. Very, very proud of you. Unmute everyone. Give her a high five. Congratulations for being an NLP master.
Congratulations for being an NLP master.
Congratulations for being an NLP
Congratulations for being an NLP.
All right. And going to Ananya. Hey, Ananya, go for it. What do you want to share? Yes, go for it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mitesh.
Most
And
welcome.
I was able to take control of my GDD, and now I'm able to catch other people's GDD as well. And
Wow.
the thing is, while I'm a counseling psychologist and a coach, but while counseling, I did a disassociation for phobia for a couple of my clients.
Good.
They had magical experiences and they were able to get out of this phobia very quickly within just about 10-15 minutes, and they thanked me
Wow.
for so much. So, and I
Amazing.
internally, like, I was like, I couldn't know how to apply, but because of you, I was able to apply, and I keep watching every time. It's really magical, and I'm really thankful to you. I cannot say
Most
it in.
welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. So practically you're a doctor. So when you say psychologist, and you're a practicing psychologist, right?
Yes.
So from your experience point of view, can you share with people, especially the new members here, what is the benefit that you got as a psychologist, even though NLP is something most of the psychology would have still understood, but when you started using NLP, what advantage did you get based on that?
In normal psychology, I used to ask them to come for multiple sessions, which used to take a long time. And I used to feel like knowing NLP, I'm not able to implement. I felt very bad. But having learned from you, I was able to implement not just for myself, for my clients also. And the results are coming much faster. And it is like instead of taking multiple sessions, I'm able to take just in one session.
Right.
They
Amazing.
don't do anything extra, and they just have to be there and just follow my instruction, and it's like superpower, really.
Excellent. Did you also realize that you had to go less into stories about their life and,
Exactly,
and,
yes.
and still make major changes in their life without even asking about their childhood, their past life traumas? You just get into directly the techniques and you're still able to bring results. Correct?
Very true, very true. Yes, I totally agree. I was listening to the stories for a long time, but just instantly, once I listen once itself, I'm able to break through. I can't be without listening, because the
True.
psychologists, why they
True.
come for. And
That
then
expectation.
immediately I understand where exactly this has to, and what technique I have to use. I'm able to quickly crack, and I'm able to break that for them very quickly.
Amazing. Amazing. Congratulations, Ananya. If all of the doctors who are here right now listen to this carefully, being a doctor, this adds value to you. It doesn't take away anything, but it adds value. Your current knowledge and with NLP knowledge, I think the way Ananya can use NLP would be probably more superior than a lot of others, because you got some more scientific knowledge that others don't. So I would encourage all the psychologists who are listening to this right now, please master NLP so that you can make your results faster, not just the same speed. Thank you, Ananya, for inspiring many others here. All of you
Right.
unmute, give her a high five. Congratulations for being an NLP master. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Sometimes what happens is a lot of people who are senior members, when they come, they don't even remember what results they got, because of there are so many results from so many techniques. So here's what I'm going to do to remind you. I'm going to put in front of you on screen all the results, or sorry, all the techniques that we have learned. And the moment you see all these techniques, it will automatically start anchoring you. It will automatically start reminding you what results you've created. And maybe you can point out saying, this is what I did. For an example, I changed the VAK or I accessing cues or presuppositions or conversational hypnosis. 1, 2, and 3. Here goes the magic coming in now towards the next step, which is all the modules here. Is this good? This will remind you some more. Just doing a quick recap for the senior members. GDD, VAK, eye accessing cues, submodalities, fears and phobias, anchoring, collapse anchoring, swish technique, metaphors, pre-framing, reframing and post-framing. You've got timeline therapy, rapport building, presuppositions, anchoring, and modeling. So lots of things are there. Tell me which technique helped you a lot. What results did you create? Right now, you might be even remembering a few more results. Let's go next to Chiranjeev. Hey, Chiranjeev, go for it. What would you like to share?
So I'm very new. Like last week, I only joined NLP, and I'm a curious soul. Like
Okay.
I didn't waited for this 2 days workshop, and I started watching those NLP videos.
Amazing.
And you won't believe, like with just a VAK technique, I was able to help one person, and she was having a memory which was haunting her for last 18 to 20 years. And it took me just 1.5 minute or 2 minutes to solve that. And now she,
Wow.
when she remember that memory, it always make her laugh.
Wow.
And
18 years old trauma gone. Amazing.
yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah,
And how do you feel now that you are able to make that kind of shift in other people?
yeah. It feels like that you are a magician, truly believe. But since last 1 week, I feel like I am a magician.
Amazing. Yeah, that you absolutely are. Amazing. Now, these 2 days is all about learning how you can practice this on yourself also. Okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Unmute everyone. Give him a high five. Congratulations for being an NLP magician.
Congratulations for being an NLP magician.
Okay, and let's go to Akanksha. Hey, Akanksha, go for it.
Good morning, sir. Thank
Good
you for
morning.
the opportunity.
Most welcome.
So, sir, I was struggling to write my thesis, and because of the anchoring technique, you've done the practices with me one or twice. I was able to complete my thesis within no
Wow.
time. Like and dislike, I did it on my mentor, my guide. I used to like dislike her like anything. So I've changed it to, and now I have a better relationship with her. And
Amazing.
then there's this technique where you teach us to, imagine the shape and all, like assign the pain to that shape and all. So I've done this technique with my parents also. I do it on Zoom meetings because I don't stay with them. So whenever they have any pain, they'll give me a call. वो shape वाला मेरे साथ करना फिर. So I do that with them, and the pain, along with Ho'oponopono, works this fast. Like it's too easy to remove the pain
Very
barrier.
fast.
It's very fast. And then I am teaching my students, so I, like, before giving tests, assignments, I pre-frame, I post-frame them, and then
Wow.
I'm able to get better results from them. So these are these
Excellent.
techniques I'm
Congratulations.
following. Thank you
Unmute
so
everyone.
much.
Give her a high five. This is now Dr. Akanksha because she finished her thesis. She was able to successfully complete her doctorate because of
Because of
NLP.
you.
No, because of NLP. You practiced NLP. Unmute everyone. Give her a high five. Congratulations for being a magical doctor.
Congratulations for being a magical doctor.
Magical doctor.
God bless.
Right. And let's go next to Arya. Hey, Arya, go for it.
Mitesh,
What do you want to share? Yes, Sindhu.
Akanksha should start putting doctor in front of her name.
Yeah, I wonder why she hasn't. Platinum also is not there. Doctor is also not there. Do it right now. All right. Yes, Arya, go for it.
Good morning, Mitesh. Good morning,
morning.
Hindu. Nice to see you both today.
Same here.
My results is the list, very big list, but recent results I want to go through. First, I'm now becoming a very, very good listener.
Wow.
I listen to people, I read the people very clearly, and whenever I take the clarity calls in one time, I get irritated when they start talking the stories and all. But I have not that negative GDD. I have started removing it and
Right.
saying as a positive GDD. I'm using that, and I'm listening more to them. When I'm listening, they are confident to speak, and when they start speaking, they come to that. I also come to know what exactly the problem is for them.
Right.
And there are the cases where they have the childhood assaulted or something which they're not comfortable before talking to me, and then when I just take into the very small key what you feel and all, then start talking all that's conversations. So that is one best part with me. And the VAK is that now remember, forgetting things is not I won't forget anything because I know where to see, where not to see.
Right.
VAK, but now this is happening. I have taught this to my husband also, which is very adamant before listening to all my conversation. He's telling excess of knowledge is also very bad. He always say this comment to me.
Okay.
But now he has started listening to me for so many things because I did some that pain technique, NLP pain technique with
Right.
him,
Right.
and pre-framing and for going for the meeting before what he wants to do,
Wow.
and that I have applied with him, and he got, because he's a result-oriented person, so he wants result, and he getting result. Now he's asking,
Now
क्या
he's
कर सकते
motivated.
हैं next? अब क्या कर सकते हैं next?
Wow.
Same thing I'm applying with my daughter also. At home, though, I'm full of NLP. Whatever you
Amazing.
want, I'll use them. But now I'll take the student's result. First student, there is one lady who got aborted with a baby after I think 1 month, and she was very adamant कि मैं दूसरे delivery के लिए जाऊँ या नहीं जाऊँ, and she got pregnant again, but she again have a scarcity about कि कैसे होगा अगर फिर से यही हो गया, and I have used the anchor. First I started with the changing belief of that the old trauma.
Very good.
Where she reduced it, that losing the baby, maybe that baby comes, क्या उसके disadvantages, क्या advantages हो सकते थे. Then I started with the anchoring. Just imagine when the baby comes, baby is now in your womb, how you
Excellent.
feel that, speak to the baby. So that baby is now 1 year old, Mitesh, and baby is so beautiful. It's a boy baby and it's very beautiful baby.
Amazing.
And
What a
this is
blessing.
I always say is that's a blessing child. when I
Wow.
speak to that
Beautiful,
baby.
Arya. Congratulations. So one is good enough. We'll move on to new
Yeah.
people. But thank you. This is amazing. What I see here is that you've really imbibed NLP in every aspect of your life, and that's why you're able to master it.
It's all
Amazing.
because of you.
Thank you. Thank you
Teacher
so
is
much.
good, student is always good. Thank you so much.
Unmute everyone. Give her a high five. Congratulations for being an NLP master.
Congratulations for being an NLP master.
All right. Let's take a couple of new members. We've got Satyakam who joined in just recently. Yes, Satyakam. ahead.
So I think 3-4 days back, I thought, just to follow the platinum course structure that you have given. So I started watching the NLP video, and
Right.
then couple of days back, I had a discussion with one of my colleague, and we both were angry on one common people. So then I shared with her that technique where that Joker, close the eyes and look at the
Right.
Joker. I think, is it a whack thing or
VAK.
it's
That's VAK change.
yeah. So I shared with her. So we both laughed and laughed and laughed, and then every time she
Wow.
was saying like, okay, now she has a list of people whom she wants to kind of, she was in like it was in her blacklisted category.
Right.
So now she's like, I'll use this for
Same
everyone.
technique.
Same
Amazing.
technique.
Awesome. Congratulations, Satyakam. I'm happy
Thank
that
you.
just by recordings, you were able to start creating these results. Super. Unmute everyone. Give him a high five. Congratulations for being an NLP master.
Congratulations for being an
Congratulations for being an
NLP
NLP master.
All right. Let's take a couple of more results. And we've got Suresh. Hey, Suresh, go for it. What do you want to share?
थैंक यू सर वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग
Good morning. Bolo.
मुझे एक शेयर करना था कि मोस्ट ऑफ द हियर डॉक्टर साइकोलॉजिस्ट एंड सुपर साइकोलॉजिस्ट तो मैं एक पेशेंट था साइको में आपको मैं इससे पहले बताया बहुत सारा तो मेडिसिन मेरा अभी 2 साल से टोटली स्टॉप है
बंद है
मेरा
मेडिसिन.
हेल्थ हाँ 2 साल से
Wow.
मैं 15 साल से ले रहा था मेडिसिन डॉक्टर के पास जाता था आता था 2000 फीस पे हर एक सीट के तो
Wow.
टोटली स्टॉप हुआ मेरा मैं आपको ये एक्सप्रेस करना चाहता हूँ मेरा हेल्थ इज हेल्दी मैं 2
Wow.
साल से जिम स्टार्ट की मैं अभी डबल तो सुबह जिम करता हूँ शाम को स्विमिंग करता हूँ स्विमिंग क्लास को लगाया है
क्या बात है.
और तो एचआर से मेरा बैलेंस कर रहा हूँ मीन्स लॉ प्रोटेक्शन एनएलपी मैं सीख रहा हूँ आईवी एयरपोर्ट अटेंडेंस है मेरा तो और आगे जाना है
Amazing.
वेल्थ मास्टर का भी आप मेंबर हूँ और NLP
Congratulations, Suresh. आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज से ही पता चल रहा है there's a big difference in your physiology. Congratulations. चौथी टाइम अटेंड कर रहे हो. This is why you are able to create so many results. Congratulations again. Unmute everyone. Give him a high five. Congratulations, Suresh, for being an NLP master.
Congratulations, Suresh, for being an NLP master.
All right. How many of you think that's amazing? 15 years of medicines for antidepressants and psychology tablets, and it's completely stopped for the last 2 years. But all of you who are taking antidepressants, do not stop taking your tablets without checking with your doctors, because these tablets, the moment you stop them, has a lot of side effects. So the doctor has a prescribed way of reducing it only based on their diagnosis. So do NLP. Create your results, go back to your doctor and tell your results to your doctor, then let the doctor decide how you slowly reduce your medicines. Everyone clear about this? Don't encourage people or don't even do it yourself without doctor's permission. All right, let's go next to Pooja. Hey Pooja, go for it.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर
Good morning. Follow.
आज 4-5 रिजल्ट है यहाँ बैंगलोर में वाटर का प्रॉब्लम बहुत था ना पानी का सो हमने एक वाटर और ट्रैफिक दोनों तो हमने वहां पे कि हमारे घर पे हमेशा पानी होता है वी आर नेवर स्टक इन द ट्रैफिक तो ये दोनों चीजें क्लियर हो गई मतलब हमारे घर में बाकी प्रॉब्लम है बट
Wow.
हमारे घर में पानी की
पानी का
प्रॉब्लम
प्रॉब्लम
नहीं
नहीं
है
है. Amazing.
हाँ देन मुझे
This is
तीन
called a combination of law of attraction and NLP together. Beautiful.
हाँ हाँ और दूसरा मुझे चाय की आदत थी इतनी गंदी आदत नहीं थी बट थी लेकिन मुझे छोड़नी थी देन बाय यूजिंग एनएलपी टेक्निक्स आई लीव दैट हैबिट अब मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि मैं चाय पीऊँ
Wow.
ना पीऊँ और
ये
तीसरा
कितने
है
दिन हो गए अभी चाय छोड़ के?
एक आध 15 दिन जैसा हो गया
15
15
दिन.
दिन हुआ
तो कोई हेडेक
हाँ
नहीं हो रहा है, कोई आफ्टर इफेक्ट नहीं है?
कुछ नहीं मुझे
Wow.
इतना गंदा हैबिट नहीं था बट थोड़ा था तो मुझे छोड़ना था
Wow.
तो वो मैंने छोड़ दिया देन आपने जो ऐसे प्लेटिनम स्टैंडर्ड में पुशअप्स कहा था तो वो मैंने
Wow. Are you there?
स्टैटिस की मदद से वो
hold
रिड्यूस
on.
किया
आप डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए थे. पुशअप्स क्या बोला आपने? प्लैटिनम के
आपने
पुशअप्स के साथ?
प्लेटिनम स्टैंडर्ड्स में पुशअप्स कहा था ना, तो मैंने
हाँ,
स्टार्ट किया वो।
वेरी
सो
गुड।
उसे स्टार्ट करने के बाद इतना पेन हो रहा था, इतना पेन हो रहा था कि मुझे ये हाथ ऐसा उठा भी नहीं पा रही थी। तो सब मोडालिटीज चेंज करके वो भी पेन 7 to 3 आ गया था। और
वाओ,
उसके बाद मेरा एक रॉन्ग बिलीफ था कि मुझे अपने फैमिली में कुछ मेंबर्स है, उन्होंने एक बार हेल्प की थी तो बहुत परेशान किया था, तो मुझे इनकी हेल्प कभी लेनी ही नहीं है। आज के
राइट,
बाद मैं कभी इनकी हेल्प नहीं लूंगी।
राइट,
रहे थे, मैं जितना ऐसा बोल रही थी ना कि मुझे इनकी हेल्प नहीं लेनी, उतने कंसिक्वेंसेस आ रहे थे, मुझे उनकी हेल्प लेनी पड़े।
करेक्ट,
देन आई चेंज माय बिलीफ कि आई कंफर्टेबल टेकिंग हेल्प फ्रॉम देम
वेरी गुड।
इफ
और
इट्स रिक्वायर्ड।
अब उसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है? हेल्प लेना पड़े या ना लेना पड़े, दोनों तरफ कंफर्ट है।
हाँ
अब हेल्प लेना पड़े या ना लेना पड़े, क्योंकि आपका बिलीफ चेंज हो गया, दोनों तरफ कंफर्ट आ गया।
हाँ
Amazing.
यस
Congratulations, Pooja. Very proud of you. You're doing very, very well. Today is, I think, what, fourth batch or fifth or sixth?
5+ होगा मे बी,
5+
मुझे
होगा
याद
पक्का.
नहीं है।
Amazing. Unmute everyone. Give her a high five. Congratulations, Pooja, for being an NLP master.
Congratulations, Pooja.
Congratulations, Pooja, for being an NLP
Master.
master.
All right. So we've got 3 more people, Nisha, Nikunj, and Manisha ji. I promise you we'll come back to you after we complete a small part of NLP. And then before we close today, YouTube Live, we'll again do your sharings today for the day. All right. Now, before we continue, all of you, are you ready to get into lesson number 1 of how these results are happening? Raise your hands. Yes or no? Perfect. Those of you who are on YouTube Live right now, my team is now sharing a payment link with you if you want to be officially part of NLP. I'm still going to deliver the first lesson free for you. You can still take time to attend if you want to. But if some of you are 100% convinced and you're clear that, yes, I want to join NLP now, this is what you're getting as part of NLP. You're getting the 30 days daily magic practice free as a bonus when you join today. You're getting advanced LOA lesson number 1 free. You're getting wealth mastery lesson number 1 free. We're giving you hope, nope, no, and relationship mastery and practical spirituality. For all of these courses, you're getting the first lesson completely free from our side, including handwriting analysis, freedom investments course, also the health mastery course, the perfect affirmations template with audios for morning, audios for evening, and vision board. All of this is your bonus that you're getting right now. Along with this, you are also getting the main program, which is, let me show you here. Not here, hold on. Yeah. So along with this, the main program also is coming to you. So if you see already the bonus value has gone up to 1,10,000 rupees. The NLP workshop worth 90,000 rupees is included for you. The NLP lifetime recordings are available to you instantly. And the community access to meet all platinum members, to meet all NLP participants is also including for you. All of this is worth 3 lakhs, but right now the fees is only what you see on the screen. This is a one-time fees. If you're not able to pay the full fees right now, but you want to take advantage of this entire bonus section, you can pay right now 5,000 rupees and block the deal. 5,000 rupees will not give you access to the entire course right now. It will only give you the ability to block this lifetime deal. After you pay 5,000, you have 7 days of time to pay the balance fees. And then once you pay the balance fees, not only will you get all the bonuses, you will also get access to all these recordings that I'm telling you. And you can attend the next live NLP batch as many times as required. With that, now let's learn towards the next part. And my team is going to share the Zoom link with all of you in the chat window after you have paid. This is for the YouTubers who are paying and sending your WhatsApp number. This is the number that you should have. Or I can't show it on the screen right now, but make sure that you check on YouTube. There is a mobile number that my team member will share. On that mobile number, send a WhatsApp saying I have paid. This is my payment screenshot. This is my name and this is my email ID. They will help you from there. Okay. Here we go. Moving back to the first lesson of the day. All right, let's begin the first lesson of NLP, which is the superpower of NLP. This is what is one of my absolute favorites. It's the foundation of NLP. You've already gone through the basics of NLP with me in the previous lesson of the webinar to understand what NLP is. That NLP is based on neurons in the brain. Anybody remembers how many neurons do we have in the brain? Tell me in the chat window if you still remember, if you saw the webinar. 86 billion neurons. We all have the same number of neurons. The difference is not the number of neurons. It's the difference between what? Everyone show me your hands. Connections. It's the number of neuroconnections that matter. In any area of life, if somebody is excellent, it's because their neuroconnections are more. If you want to be excellent at something, you have to increase your neuroconnections. Now, you can increase those neuroconnections in two ways. Either you can work 10,000 hours and do the traditional powerful method of going through hard work. The second is NLP method. NLP is using NLP techniques to create the same neurological connections in a matter of few minutes, sometimes in a matter of few hours. How many of you would like to experience that today? Type an I in the chat window. So the first lesson is what helps you to change your neuroconnections. Let's understand the first lesson. Everyone write down GDD in the chat window. GDD means the full form is G for generalization, D for deletion, and the third D is for distortion. Generalization, deletion, and distortion. What's the difference? Let's go one step at a time. G, generalization. The word generalization means same. Everyone write down a similar word, same. Example. When one thing happens and you apply that to everything, that's called a generalization. Now, there are three kind of filters that our brain is using. Remember, all these three are filters, G, D, and D. How many people have a filter at home, a water filter at home? Raise your hands, please. What does the water filter do? So imagine there are three filters, right? So water is poured on the top. The filter 1 removes some, the filter 2 removes a little bit of dust, filter 3 removes some bacteria, and what the water you get out in the end is completely different. Just like this, when we are experiencing reality in our life, we are never experiencing reality the way it is. All reality comes to us through our three filters. How many filters? Everyone show me your hands again. Three filters. And what are these three filters? Say it loudly. Generalization, deletion, and distortion. Now, because life is coming to us through these filters, I'm about to tell you something that is going to shock you. All of you take your hands like this and repeat with me. Come on, take your hands like this. Say, all emotions are lies. Say it again. Say, all emotions are lies. Sare emotions jhoot hai. Now, some of you are like, but Mitesh, I am sad. That is real. No, it's not real. What is real? There are only 2% things in life which are real. Example, day and night. Is that reality or is that my opinion based on my filters? Tell me in the chat window. R for reality or O for opinion? Day and night. It's a reality. Life and death. People are born, people die. Is that my opinion based on my filters or is that reality? That is also reality. Only 2% things in life are real. 98% things that we are experiencing of life are actually just a manufacturing of our three filters, generalization, deletion, and distortion. If these filters are not there, you will not be able to experience reality at all. Example that I always give is the movie Black. How many of you remember this movie Black of, was it Rani Mukherjee and Amitabh Bachchan? Anybody remembers that movie? In that movie, when Rani Mukherjee was born, she was not able to experience reality at all because her three filters were not operating properly. Generalization, deletion, and distortion. Amitabh Bachchan as a coach comes in and he helps her activate those three filters. Switch on those three filters. Because of that, she starts experiencing life. So everyone take your hands like this and imagine you're holding a button. Come on, imagine you're holding a button like a radio button. And now say switch off filter, switch on filter. Once again, switch off filter, switch on filter. This is called regulation of your mind. How many people go through overthinking? Type an I in the chat window if you go through overthinking, negative overthinking. How many of you sometimes feel something and you're just not able to stop that feeling sometimes? It just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. Type an I in the chat window if you've experienced that. All of that happens because of our filters. If you know how to regulate your filters, how to switch them off, how to reduce them, how to increase them, how to switch them on completely, that gives you the ability to regulate your thoughts, to regulate your emotions. I'll give you the proof right now in a few minutes. So let's quickly understand what is these three filters and how they operate. First filter that I told you is generalization. Let me give you statements that helps you to understand generalization. How many people here use statements like, you never listen to me? Has anybody ever used these statements? You never listen to me. You always do this. How many of you have used these statements? You always do this, right? People who are generalizers, they will see something happening once and they will say it as everything. So write down words like everything, all the time, never, nowhere, nothing, everything. These are words which are related to the word generalization. The more we use generalization in life, the more we are making sure that we are not seeing reality the way it is. Everyone write down, see reality the way it is. Reality is only 2 to 5%, not more than that. The rest of 95 to 98%, we're just creating filters in our brain. Example, your life partner doesn't listen to you today and you say, you never listen to me. What happens to the emotion? It goes low or it goes high? it goes low and very, very low. Malti is saying my voice is breaking. Is my voice breaking for some of you? No, is my voice low?
No,
Good.
Mitesh.
All right,
No.
good. Okay, great. Now, whenever we are generalizing, it impacts our mind and our subconscious experiences. Now, there are two kind of filters, even in these three filters. Write down positive and negative filters. So generalization can be positive also, generalization can be negative also. Let me give you an example of this. Many times, Indu, after she wears a new dress or she got ready in the dressing table, she comes to me and she asks me, how am I looking? And I say, you always look beautiful. Now, is this a positive generalization or is that a negative generalization? Everyone show me your hands. Yeah, that's a positive generalization. Should I switch off that generalization? No. Even though it's a generalization, I need to keep it because it's helping my relationships. But what impacts you is the negative generalizations, and we need to stop using them. I will show you today how to stop using these generalizations, how to switch them off, and how to switch them on. There is a way to do it. Okay? But first, I want some of you to write down what are some of the negative generalizations that is impacting your subconscious mind for many, many years in your life. Example, my life is always difficult. How many of you have that generalization, by the way? My life is always difficult. Some of you say, I always get things with struggle. Anybody's got that? How many of you were there in in the Platinum support call yesterday? You saw Subhashri saying, nothing is working for me. Nothing, like nothing is working for me. And I broke it down. And she realized, oh, it's not true. It's a generalization. I want you to write down what is the impact that you're going through negatively of the negative generalizations that you're using in your life. Take 1 minute, write down your negative generalizations. Negative generalizations that you are using yourself, negative generalizations that people use on you and it impacts you. Think about, are there some statements that people around you are giving you which are negative generalizations and it's impacting you? What are they? Think about them. Negative generalizations about health. मैं कितना भी exercise करूं, मेरा weight loss होता ही नहीं है. It never works on me. Never works on me. Again, negative generalization. Relationship generalization. Everybody is selfish. Everybody is selfish. सब अपना ही सोचते हैं इस दुनिया में. How many of you have these negative generalizations? Talking to people is very difficult, Baba. Sometimes you have negative generalizations about yourself. I can never talk on camera. How many people have this negative generalization that you can never talk on camera? See, that impacts you all your life. These are all limiting beliefs, aren't they? How many of you agree these are limiting beliefs? In law of attraction, we call them limiting beliefs. That's what I was trying to tell you. NLP is the superpower of law of attraction. You will identify your limiting beliefs easily, you'll break them easily, you'll change them easily. I always have less money in my life. Money, negative generalization. Career. My boss never listens to me. I always get a bad boss. At my work, I'm always struggling. People never support me. The universe is never supporting me. Some people also say law of attraction never works for me. Some people say law of attraction always works opposite for me. जो मैं सोचता हूँ उसका उल्टा होता है. That's also a negative generalization. Okay, how many of you have got at least 5 negative generalizations that you caught? Raise your hands, please. If you got at least 5 such negative generalizations. Against each generalization, I want you to write down, it's been impacting your life for how many years? Tell me that answer in the chat window now. Whether you're on YouTube or Zoom, quickly. People who love me always leave me. In movies, you must have seen some people break up with their girlfriend or boyfriend in the movies saying, I'm breaking up with you because I am bad for everybody who comes close to me. Have you heard those things? See, anybody who comes close to me gets hurt. Negative generalization. So let's see how many years is it impacting you. I'm just reading some of the years in the chat window right now. Charu's saying 20 years. Suman is saying 12 years. Deepa is saying 10 years. We've got Swati who's saying 1 year. Anand is saying 40 years. Purvi saying 35 years. Jaideep is saying 30 years. Anna is saying for 15 years. Pallavi is saying 30 years. Look at the number of years people have been struggling for because of these negative generalizations. Today, if you could just switch it off, can I say your life will be fast-tracked that number of years? Type in yes in the chat window if you agree with that. How many of you would love to stop using these generalizations today? Raise your hands. In the next lesson, I'll actually show you how to stop using these generalizations. Okay. First lesson is just educating you what are these filters and what is the impact of these filters on your life. Second filter. Everyone write down the second filter, deletion. Now, deletion means what? Deletion means deleting things which are existing. But what we do is, everyone write this down, we delete positive things, we highlight negative things, we remember negative things. Example of that is, right now, I'll show you how your brain is deleting a lot of information. Can you hear my voice clearly? Everyone raise your hands, please. You can. Is there anything disturbing you right now while I'm talking to you? Hello? Is there any background noise that's disturbing you right now? No? Okay, watch how it disturbs you now. Focus your attention and listen to some voice of the fan if you have a fan on in the room. How many of you have a fan on in the room? I want you to take your entire attention and focus on the noise of the fan, please. Those of you who don't have a fan, maybe you have an air conditioning. Focus on that noise. Is there any other noise in that room? Are there people in the next room that you can hear? Is there any electricity humming coming from the tube lights? Is there any noise coming from outside the window for the traffic? Check. Clock ticking. Now focus on all that noise and now talk to me and now listen to me and you'll realize that it starts disturbing you. How many of you are realizing the noise is there in the background? Raise your hands. Yes or no? Yep. So you had earlier deleted this information. Why? If your brain does not delete information, you will not be able to survive. You need deletion. But what we do is, by mistake, we end up deleting all the good things in our life. And we only remember the bad things in our life. The most successful people in the world remember what memories? Good memories or bad memories? Good memories. And they delete which memories? Negative memories. I want you to write down which are the good memories that you've deleted. How many people have deleted things like your partner does listen to you, but you've been saying they never listen to me. So you've actually deleted times when they did listen to you. Yes or no? Law of attraction never works for me. So you've deleted times when law of attraction has worked for you. People never support you, okay? So you've deleted times when people have supported you. Look at your generalizations, you'll find some deletions. Some deletions of positive things that you've done in your life. In your health, what have you deleted? Have you deleted the potential that you can lose weight? And maybe you've generalized it too much that I can't lose weight because of my hormones. Or I can't lose weight because my traditional hereditary doesn't allow me to lose weight. How many people have that traditional hereditary problem? Raise your hands, please. Okay, give yourself a tapu. There is no traditional hereditary. There is only NLP. Okay, these are your own filters. Now write down what are some of the negative things that you're remembering instead of deleting. You've not used the deletion filter there. Example, how many of you have some bad memories which make you feel sad every day for many, many years? Raise your hands if you have some memories like that. Like you broke up with somebody and you still remember that. Write it down. What was it? Maybe somebody cheated you and you still remember that. And in your work, you failed in some area and you still remember those failures. Somebody criticized you and you still remember that criticism. You were driving and you had an accident and you still remember that accident, so you can't drive anymore because you keep remembering that negative memory. I'll show you how to delete these negative things, by the way. But first, write down what are the negative things that you remember instead of deleting. Financial life. Maybe you made an investment once upon a time and somebody cheated you and you said, now I will never invest with anybody. And you stopped growing. You had a miscarriage and now you've got that memory so highlighted and remembered in your mind that you're not able to even think about it anymore. Everybody got some of the negative generalizations that you are remembering instead of deleting? Raise your hands. And all of you realize there are some positive things that you have deleted in your life, some blessings in your life that you've deleted in your life because of which you're not experiencing gratitude. Raise your hands if you're realizing that. Okay. Now tell me, because you're not using the deletion filter correctly. Correctly means what? You're actually using the deletion for deleting what? Positive things. And you're not using deletion for what? Negative things. You're in fact remembering them. For how many years has this been impacting you? Again, tell me that in the chat window. For how many years has this been impacting you? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? For how many years you're going through traumas of remembering a certain negative memory and impacting you? Fears, panic attacks, sadness, hurt, frustration, remembering your failures. Look at the number of years again. These are the number of years that you've been struggling because of this one deletion filter. What if today I could make you forget all the negative memories in one go? How many of you would love that? What if I could literally brainwash your filters completely? You understand brainwash like a wash. What if I take your filter, remove it, wash it, put it back in your brain? That's called a brainwash. How many of you would love that? It's possible. I will show you a live demo in a few minutes right now. Okay. Next, let's now write down the third filter, distortion. Distortion means, write down, seeing what doesn't exist. Seeing what doesn't exist, hearing what doesn't exist, feeling what doesn't exist. Basically the word illusion, Maya in Hindi, English, illusion. What is distortion? Distortion is seeing things that don't exist. Giving you a very simple example here. Everyone tell me, I always use a white wall. What does that mean? What does that mean? I always use a white wall. What does that mean? Why do I always use a white wall? Tell me the reason as per you in the chat window. Come on. Give me an idea as per your point of view. Okay, some of you are saying purity. Some of you are saying it means I don't like colors. Okay. Some of you say I like focus. Some of you are saying I like simplicity, less distraction. Some of you are talking about peace and truth, Mahavastu. Distraction free. Some people are saying maybe because I'm boring. I like plain vanilla. Now, whether you give it a negative meaning or a positive meaning, right now, all of this is a distortion. Because any reason you gave right now is not the real reason. That is your distortion of why I use a white wall. At this point of time, I would like you to use reality to just be as close to reality as possible. Are you 100% sure that I'm using a white wall because I don't like colors? Hello? Are you 100% sure of that? No. So then I would suggest be close to reality by saying, I'm using a white wall because I'm using a white wall. That's it. Don't give any meaning to it. No positive meaning, no negative meaning. See reality as it is. Here's another example. How many of you can check that my voice is a little different today? Anybody can sense that my voice is a little different today? Raise your hands if you can sense that. Okay, by the way, there's nothing different in my voice. It's the same voice. But some people raise their hands when I said, do you see something's different in my voice? Like, yeah, there's something different in your voice. But half the people didn't raise their hands. Because their distortion filter was not on. Some of you bought into my belief and you triggered your distortion filter and you said, yes, there's some difference in your voice. No, my voice is the same. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? We distort so fast. We see things that they don't exist. Example. How many of you have ever had a conflict with a friend of yours or a fight with a friend of yours because you felt bad about something? Later you realized you were completely wrong and you were feeling bad about something that didn't even happen. How many of you have experienced this? Raise your hands. Why did you feel bad? It was a distortion. Yes or no? And again, we do a lot of negative distortions. People don't love me. People don't love me. Are you 100% sure people don't love you? Here's another example. Let us say your friend comes and tells you, to help you in our organization, I want to hire another employee to help you. Okay? You are telling your friend in office, to help you, I want to hire another employee. And that friend gets angry. Why will he get angry? Make a guess. Make a guess. Why will he get angry? Tell me in the chat window. You think I am not good enough? You need somebody else for this job? You think I'm not doing my work properly? Right? You're bringing somebody to replace me? What is that? Distortion. How many people are doing a lot of distortion in your life right now? Raise your hands, please. Correct? Do you know that distortion is the core reason for depression? Write this down. Distortion is the core reason for depression. Anybody who distorts reality too much gets into depression. Because the more you distort things from positive to negative, obviously you're going to feel a lot of depression. Panic attacks is a result of distortion. You can switch off these filters. I want you to write down what are some of the distortions that you are experiencing in your life right now. Do you know that 99% of fears are distortions? I'll give you an example. There was one lady who came to our workshop in NLP. She's also a platinum member now. She was scared. She's, by the way, married, and she has a 10-year-old boy. In spite of that, in spite of being so grown up, every night she sleeps at night, she's scared. You know why? She feels there is something under the bed. Now, feeling something under the bed. Is it real? Hello? But she was feeling this for 25 years. Can you imagine how much she has been tortured for 25 years? Every night feeling something is out there. By the way, do children go through these hallucinations? Yes, these are distortions. I don't understand maths. Is that reality or distortion? Hello? That's a distortion. How many people here have this distortion? I cannot understand technology. Type in I if you say I don't understand technology. And it limits you. It doesn't let you grow in your life. Yes or no? It's a distortion. I am not good at selling. How many of you have that distortion? See, you don't have any proof of that. You've never even done it, but you've already decided you're not good at it. Now, these distortions have been in your life for many, many years. Distortion is extremely dangerous because, everyone write this down, distortion is the destroyer of relationships. Distortion is the destroyer of relationships. How? All misunderstandings in a relationship are what? All misunderstandings are what? Distortions. I'll give you an example of that. Come to the gallery view. Let's see how many people have gone through this. Okay, come to the gallery view. All of you are on the gallery view now. Can you see each other? Okay. How many people have had this experience where you have a conflict with somebody in the house and you say, why did you say this? And the other person says, I never said that. And you say, no, you said this. And you're like, no, but I never said it. And then that person says, but why are you shouting right now? And the other person says, but I'm not shouting. Why are you shouting? And the person's like, I'm not shouting. You are shouting. And it goes on and on and on. And you've completely forgotten what was the fight about. Both don't remember what was the fight about, but both are angry now. How many people have experienced this? Raise your hands. This is a fight based on what? Distortion. Nobody is able to pinpoint the reality, what happened. Because we are so away from reality. Okay? Now, there are three types of people. Here is the best realization of this entire conversation. There are three kinds of people. One whose sequence is high on the G side, which means their generalization is on the top. Then maybe comes deletion, then maybe comes distortion. Second type of people are people who would have distortion on the top, then deletion, then generalization. There are also people who have deletion on the top, then generalization, then distortion. So there's a combination of people. Everybody has a different sequence. Somebody's filter on the top is generalization. Somebody's filter is on the top, distortion. Different kind of people are there. How do you know which kind of people are what? In your NLP manual, later you can go and check. There are a lot of words that I have given you that shows you how to recognize generalizers, deleters, and distorters. But you don't even need to go to the manual. Listening to people tells you whether they are generalizer, distorter, or deleter. Example. If somebody wants to buy the same thing every time, example. Let's say they go to the shopping mall and they buy a particular shirt which they really like. If they find the same shirt in 3 colors, and if they are generalizers, will they buy it? Will they buy it? Yes, they will buy it. Will generalizers eat the same food in the morning and evening? Yes. If the food is a little different, can they say, हाँ ठीक ही है, same ही तो है? So the word same will come to them very regularly. It's the same. And they don't mind same. They want same, by the way. They want the same, similar stuff. If they like shoes, they'll buy 3 pair of the same shoes so that they don't lose that same comfort next time. How many people do that here, by the way? Same color, same shoes. Okay, so that's coming from generalization. Deleters. Who are deleters? Deleters don't want the same thing again and again. They keep deleting stuff. They keep removing things in their life. They keep changing things in their life. They keep forgetting things in their life. Deleters are also forgetters. Everyone write this down. Deleters are forgetters. If you tell them, you remember you told me this yesterday, they will talk to you with full confidence and say what? मैंने बोला ही नहीं था. मैंने कब बोला? How many people have met some people in your house right now like this who are deleters? Raise your hands, please. They'll say, नहीं, मैंने किया ही नहीं ऐसा. मैंने बोला ही नहीं ऐसा. They are deleters. Distorters. Who are distorters? They will take your one word and mirch masala लगा के कुछ उसका अलग ही बना देंगे. These are distorters. How many of you know some mirch masala creators in your house? Distorters. Anybody knows some of the distorters? इसको बोलते हैं बात का बतंगड़ बनाना. Now, in this Zoom meeting right now, there are some of you who are more generalizers on the sequence of number 1. Some of you are deleters, some of you are distorters. Make a guess who you are and tell me in the chat window. Tell me, who are you? Are you a generalizer? Are you a deleter? Are you a distorter? Who are you? Subhashri, did you realize who you are? Anybody realize who Subhashri is from yesterday's platinum call? Generalizer. And did you see how much she was being impacted by that generalization? Do you realize now, Subhashri? I'll show you how to switch off that filter, which is what I did with you in the conversation yesterday. But instead of me doing it with you, I now want to give you my power so that you can do it with yourself as regularly as possible whenever that negativity happens again in your life. Okay? Let me give you a demo now. Who wants to do a one-on-one conversation with me right now? Raise your hands if you want to experience the power of GDD. Okay, listen. If you're going to be raising your hands and if I'm going to do a one-on-one coaching with you, remember that this is getting recorded live. It's also on YouTube live right now. I cannot remove it later. This will remain for education purposes. I will also use parts of these recordings to educate more people in the future. So are you sure you're okay? Then raise your hands, okay? All right, perfect. So let's go with Harshita. Okay, Harshita, what have you realized? Are you a generalizer, deleter, or distorter?
I am more of a deleter, and then second comes generalizer.
And then distorter.
Yes.
That's actually true, because yesterday you asked me a good question. You asked me, is it true that most things are not real? So you're a very logical person. You want to go to reality as close as possible. That means you didn't want to distort too much. That's why your distortion is at the third level. Okay, but what did you say is your level 1?
That's deletion.
Deletion is your number 1. So give me an example of what are the good memories that you've deleted in your life.
The latest I can share is, let's say, my sister-in-law. She has been, because the relationship is such that it's always, considered, it's very, it's a new relationship, right? It's not a relationship from childhood. So you tend to misunderstand, or probably the other person also tends to misunderstand because they don't know you from
Right.
the beginning.
So how is your deletion troubling you in this relationship?
Deletion is, like whenever something bad happens, like yesterday, something happened, I had a conversation with her, and suddenly all the bad memories started taking over. And then I had to intentionally like do Ho'oponopono for that, and sort myself out that there are good memories. She has done so much for me, so much for my husband, and I cannot let this one negative feeling overcome all that she has done.
So you recognize that deletion was happening,
Yes.
and you focused on the positive memory by doing Ho'oponopono.
Yes.
Brilliant. So that means whenever you delete things unconsciously, it's impacting your relationships in a stressful way.
Yes.
Perfect. Are there some negative memories in your life with you which you remember more than delete, and because of that, it's still impacting you?
So I have written it down. Bad memories regarding fights and arguments between parents. So even when there are good times, I'm like, ये जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा, अभी ऐसा ना हो कि कोई argument हो जाए. So
Because
that
you've got a
fear
lot of
of-
trauma about your parents fighting when you were a child, maybe. And you've remembered that of too much of fights.
Yes.
So even today, when there are happy conversations, you feel it's going to get over soon, and it's going to come back to those fights.
Yes.
How does it impact you every time you think about your parents that way?
It is so stressful because And now it's more of a stress because I'm so far off and I'm in a different time zone. I can't talk to them anytime I want to. And with parents, it's like they're old school. And sometimes, like with my parents, I'm not that free in doing any type of conversation. So
Right.
when I know that my father is wrong or maybe my mom is wrong, I don't have those guts to say it up front
Right.
that somebody is doing wrong. But then I'll always carry that emotion
That memory.
days together, and then it vanishes off with
Yeah.
time.
So this is what happens when we don't use deletion correctly. We use a lot of negative memories and we carry that.
Yeah.
And we say it also many times. मुझसे कभी भूला नहीं जाएगा. I will never forget this. And then we make it even stronger. How many people can relate with this right now? Type an I in the chat window if you can relate with these things in your life. And between your mom and dad, who were you close to?
Both.
Both, okay. And between mom and dad, who was more dominating?
So I think it's not. I wouldn't term it as dominance. I would say
More decision making.
It's dad.
Okay, dad. And you were, when you said close, obviously to both. Because when you grow up, you realize that mom becomes as important as dad, as a woman.
Yes.
But when you were a child, who were you closer to?
I was closer to dad.
Yeah. So you
And
craved
my
his love
grandmother.
more than mom. Because mom was always around.
Yes.
You would probably crave more for dad's love.
No, so it was the other way around because my mom was a working woman, and I could never spend time with her. So
Okay.
that lack of presence made me more inclined towards my dad because he used to be home in the afternoon when he used to come back from school.
So that's not true. You were not closer to your dad because of the presence. It could have also happened that your dad could have been outside and that could have been a reason for you to crave dad's love. The real reason was you admired dad, the kind of person he is.
Yes.
And there are many things about your dad that you want to become like.
Yes.
But there are many things about mom that you don't like, which are opposite to those qualities from dad.
Yeah.
Right? Example, give me an opinion about that you have for your
Example,
mom that you would not want in you.
Example, not taking care of your health and not exercising regularly and then facing troubles later on at this age.
So that means she doesn't take care of herself. She sacrifices a lot.
Yes.
Right? And you don't want to do that. You
No.
don't want to be a sacrificing queen like your mom. You
No.
want to prioritize
No.
yourself.
Yes.
Now you remember all these memories in your past.
Yes.
And you also remember you don't want to fight like both of them.
Mhm.
What is the biggest subject of conflict between both of them?
The biggest subject is because I come from a joint family, so my dad listening more to grandparents and not really supporting mom whenever he needs to take a stand, and always taking out more time for parents, which one should, but like not
But that was the
one should
biggest subject
balance.
of conflict between mom and dad.
So not giving enough time.
Right. You're married.
Yes.
What's your biggest conflict with your partner? Biggest subject of conflict?
It's the compatibility.
What do you mean by that? Specify. Because what you told me about mom and dad is also a compatibility issue, but then it was a specific subject. Give me a subject. Why do you feel you're not compatible?
Because probably his expectation from a life partner is that that I should be earning more than he does, and he would be happy to see that. But because I had not yet started my career when I met him, so I cannot surpass
Fulfill
those
those
15
expectations.
years of
Got it.
experience, like
Correct.
in 5 years or 7 years.
And what is he not giving you that creates a conflict for you? This is what you're not giving him. What is it that he's not giving you that's making a conflict for you?
The lack of intimacy, what we
Right.
discussed. Yeah.
Which also leads to lack of time?
Yes.
Do you see a common pattern between lack of time?
Yeah.
Relationship mastery lesson number 1, I guaranteed people that the wounds that you have with your parents are the wounds that you will attract with your life partner.
Yeah.
If you keep remembering these conflicts about your mom and dad fighting all the time for that reason of the biggest subject being lack of time between each other, and you don't realize that that had an advantage in their life. If you don't balance that perspective and you keep being imbalanced about it and you keep seeing that as a disadvantage in their life and you keep seeing that as a wrong thing in their life, you'll keep attracting that in your life because you'll never delete that.
Yeah.
And you'll keep saying, I don't want somebody who doesn't give me time.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
I got someone who doesn't give me time.
And as a result, no intimacy.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of intimacy between your parents? See some common patterns here? No intimacy there, no intimacy here, no time there, no time here. This cannot be a coincidence.
Yeah.
What if you could delete this memory?
Oh, I would be the happiest.
And if you could be the happiest today, what could you manifest in your relationship?
A better relationship in all aspects, like emotionally, physically, mentally, we are aligned.
And not just that, you could probably start seeing where your husband loves you because you've deleted every aspect of where he loves you right now. In your mind, he doesn't love you. At least you don't experience it. Logically, you know it.
Yeah.
But
I
you
mean,
don't
it's
experience it.
like it is like I know he loves me. That is why he's there from the last 7 years.
There you
He
go.
won't be leaving me, but
So logically, you know it.
yeah, logically I know that he's
But
not
you don't
gonna.
emotionally remember any of the memories of where he does.
Yeah, I have no memory. Like
Yep, I'll tell you why.
even
Whatever you look for your husband's love, it comes from your parents' conflicts. Your filter is still there. You're still wanting love from your husband in the way that your father never gave it to your mother. And you don't want your husband to do anything that your father did to your mother. And if you don't change that filter, you'll keep manifesting it. You'll have to let go of those filters and delete those memories completely. And when you delete those memories, here you'll have to remember those things that your husband does in his way, that expresses love in his way. But you cannot do that if you keep remembering your father as a source of understanding what is love. You see, the comparison is always your point of origin.
But what if it keeps coming back to me again and again? Like
What
even
keeps coming back?
their relationship status still.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Their relationship status can be physically in front of you all the time, 24 hours a day, and will never impact you if your memory has deleted that memory. If your filter has deleted that memory, it's possible. I'll give you an example. There's a boy who sees mom and dad since time he has grown up. Like from the time he's aware of life, he sees them fighting. Fighting to the point where he never sees them having love with each other. And he's always seen that his mom is always sacrificed, just like in your case. Dad has always been the decision maker. Doesn't give time, doesn't have any love, doesn't have any intimacy. All he sees is arguments, arguments, and arguments. If a boy grows up seeing a marriage like this, what kind of a relationship will he have with his wife?
the same.
The same? Are you 100% sure?
I mean, he'll bring those memories somewhere in their conversations, and
It has to. It doesn't have
no,
to change their filters. He cannot change his filters.
he can.
But you just said he will have a difficult relationship in the future. He will bring all of that in his relationship. That
Because
means
those memories are so engraved.
so he cannot change that because they are engraved as if like a tattoo on the body.
Yeah.
So
I
are you
mean,
sure he
everybody
cannot change
doesn't.
that?
He can if he does NLP.
Can I show you who that boy is? That's me. That's my mom and dad's relationship. I've never seen love between them. Even today, my mom and dad stay separate. My mom stays here in this society, one building away. My dad stays away another 15 kilometers away from me in another house. He comes to my house twice in a week. He never talks to my mom. If my mom is crossing here, he'll just cross from there. They've not spoken to each other. They've not looked eye to eye with each other for more than, I think, 20 years now. If there is a function in the house, if there's a marriage, like when my sister got married, we always had to create divided spaces. So that when mom is there, dad is not there. When dad is there, mom is not there. So literally during the fairas, there was half the time when mom was present and half the time was dad was present. We had to go through all those situations. During the reception, we had to make sure there was one space where mom would never come, dad would never come. This is what we've seen all our life. But do you see that reflecting in my relationship with Indu today?
No.
Is there any sign that I'm having a struggle with Indu today?
Mhm.
Well, that means it's possible. All you have to do is take control of your filters. And I'll show you how to do that in the next lesson. But I wanted you to realize that what is the power of these filters going on in your life right now. There is love from him. He knows to love only in his way. You don't know how to read the love that way he gives it to you. Remember this, pain and pleasure. All of you write this down, 2 primary emotions of NLP that we talk about, pain and pleasure. You'll learn more about it in the following lessons. People only do things for 2 reasons, either to avoid pain or to gain pleasure. That's it, right? Anything that becomes extreme painful, what will you do with it? Will you stay there or will you move away? What would you say, Harshita? Extreme pain,
Move
like
away.
intolerable pain. What will you do?
Move away.
Why hasn't he gone from this relationship yet?
Because it's not that painful.
Exactly. And there's a second reason. What did I say? 2 reasons to do something, pain and pleasure. Either that's extremely painful to experience something, so then only you will move away. If you're there, that means the pain is not that extreme. That's one. Second, there is some pleasure. You cannot be in a relationship without pleasure for too long. It's just not technically possible. The brain is wired that way. Like in school, do you remember in physics, they did this, in biology, they did this experiment of an amoeba, the microbiological cells. Like an amoeba, if you look at it on a microscope, it moves towards food and it moves away from fire.
Yeah.
And if you remember in biology, there was a picture of that. Like an amoeba picture, there was fire on one side and there was food on one side and the amoeba will move away. What is the amoeba? It's our microbiology in our body. So our body literally works like that. If you touch fire, you'll move away. But if you touch something and you feel really good, you'll keep holding it.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think he's still in this relationship? Obviously, one reason is because it's not very painful yet. But is that a reason enough to stay somewhere? For 7 years? Is that enough reason that it's not painful?
No, probably like there are other things as well.
That means there is some pleasure.
Yeah.
That means there is a reason that he loves you. He does feel good about you. And he is there in that relationship because he does feel pleasure. When was the last time you thought of him this way? That he's there in this relationship.
I force myself to think about him this way, that
But you're
he
not
has
able to.
sacrificed so much for 7 years. Otherwise, it's difficult for a man to stay, to be.
Yeah, so
to
he's
be
not just
without-
sacrificing. He's here because he gets some pleasure out of it.
Yeah.
He gets some benefit out of being in this relationship. But you've deleted all the reasons of what he thinks is a benefit for him. Now, because you don't see in his eyes those benefits of being with you, you call it lack of love. What is love? Love is when we feel the other person wants to be with me for some pleasure reasons, some beneficial reasons. That's love, technically speaking. But you can't see those reasons in his eyes or in his actions right now.
Yeah.
But if those reasons were not there in his eyes, if those reasons were not there in his actions, could he survive for 7 years? It's not possible. Do you see that you've deleted those memories?
Yeah.
Every day he stays with you, because there's pleasure. There's love in his heart, in his own way, not in your way, in his way.
Yeah.
But you've got a lot of generalization about what love has to be like, because that's your second filter. Love has to be this way only.
Yeah.
So when he does love not that way, in another way, you distort that and you say, that's not love. He's doing it just because he wants to survive. That's it. He just wants to stay with me because now he can't break away. That's it. So now you give yourself justified reasons of why that is not love. Why he's doing what he's doing is not good enough. Because your generalization, ideas of love are not matching with his actions.
Yeah.
True?
So it's the same, like his idea of having a good career does not match with my actions.
Exactly. He's
So
going through
like
his own
this-
GDD.
So we'll be on different pages forever then.
No, not if you want to match your frequency. If you take care of your GDD and you don't allow him to impact you, and what if you could learn NLP, which is NLP lesson number 11 on conversational hypnosis, and you could learn to change his GDD? You could learn to influence him. That's what I was talking to you last time in Platinum, where you could literally seduce him into having a certain conversation with you. Conversational hypnosis, where you could change his generalizations, where, let's say, tell me what do you think is your husband? Is he more generalizer, deleter, or distorter?
Generalizer.
Okay, so then he must be saying, you don't love me.
He keeps saying every day, तुम तो
Right?
ऐसे करती हो.
तुम तो ऐसे ही करती हो हमेशा. Okay? What you've never done is you've never broken his generalization in a conversation. Like,
In
let's say,
conversations,
in conversations.
I do that every time now, and that gets into an argument.
Yeah, that's because you don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
You're not doing it scientifically, you're doing it unconsciously. But if you learn it scientifically today, and if you could ask him the right question saying, oh, so you think I never do anything for you? No, never. Okay, what can I do for you right now that can change that belief for you? You've never asked him that question. You tried to prove, but I did this for you, but I did that for you, that you don't listen, that you don't understand.
Yeah.
But then obviously you get into a conflict because you don't have a lesson called rapport building from NLP. Rapport building is when a person is upset, you match their body language, you match their tone, you match their language, you match their words, and they fall in love with you like crazy. In like 10 minutes, they melt in front of you. That's the rapport building lesson. You're not using a combination of this, are you? Do you realize how many years you're struggling in your relationship just because your filters are not in control and you don't have these skills?
8 years now.
What if today we could first delete all the negative memories of your father and mother and create a new image of your marriage? What if we could change the generalization of what is love for you and make it so that you can visibly see love in his actions the way he shows actions of love, not the way you want it? What if you could stop distorting it and seeing reality as close as possible and not comparing your marriage with other couples or other ideas of what love is, but accepting him the way he is? And what if you could really do that, not just logically, but experientially? Then what could that do? And then if you added on that, and if you could learn the techniques to make him feel love in a specific moment, like pressing a button called anchoring. You'll be learning anchoring today. What if you could do rapport building where you could talk to him in a certain way and he melts in 10 minutes and he becomes comfortable with you?
Then
What if
I'll
you
be
could do-
controlling the relationship.
No. This is called co-creation.
No, but if I can do all this, I'll be happy.
Yes, that's not control. That's called relating. Relating is using skills in life to relate to somebody from their point of view. You'll be able to relate to him from his point of view. See love, his point of view. Not delete what his point of love is. Talk to him and rapport build with him based on how he is as a person. And what didn't happen in 8 years can happen in 8 days. So look forward to learning those skills today. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Unmute everyone, give her a high five. Congratulations for being an NLP master.
Congratulations
for being an NLP master,
All right, all of you unmute and give me one word. How was that diagnosis for you? This is how we can diagnose anybody's life.
Mind-blowing.
Was I able to read her like a book? Like understanding her past, understanding her present, understanding her future. And I did all of that based on only GDD. And of course, I was using some more life coaching principles. Some of you who are life coaches in Platinum, you know some secrets that I'm also using from the life coaching program, which gives me the ability to really read her like a book. Now, I will teach her in some time how to change these filters. It completely transforms her life. Okay? Let's take one more example. Who here is going through either depression or suicidal thoughts? Is there anybody right now who's going through depression or suicidal thoughts? Type in I in the chat window, please. I want to specifically work with somebody who's either going through any depression right now or any suicidal thoughts? Type in I. Let's see who. Depression or suicidal thoughts? Okay, so we've got a couple of new people here. Okay, so Sarika, can you switch on your video, please? All right. So what did you mean by saying I in the chat window? Did you mean depression or did you mean suicidal thoughts?
I feel I have depression, but sometimes certain thoughts comes because I feel nothing is working around. It's like useless. So what I'm achieving and doing, it just come for a while and then later again I get busy with my stuff, you know. So it's like a moment sometime happen. Like
And in a day, how many times do you feel low like this?
When I am not mentally busy with something.
Okay, so that means you always try to occupy yourself with something so that this emotion doesn't come back.
My thoughts, yeah.
That means you can't sleep at night properly.
Yeah.
Because when you're not working, you're sleeping. But you can't sleep because you keep overthinking.
Yeah.
For how long has this been going on for?
Few years, yeah.
How many? Give it a number.
7, 8 years.
7, 8 years. And have you been taking any tablets for this? Any antidepressants?
No. Because it's not clinically diagnosed. This is what I feel sometimes.
Okay. And how is this impacting your relationships?
Fully. Every relationship, yes.
How's your relationship with your husband because of this?
Not because of this. Because of relationship, I feel this.
Interesting. That's what you feel.
I feel, yes. And yes. Yeah.
When you were not married, go back to your memory. When you were not married, did you have similar experiences? Not at the same intensity, lower intensity, but did you have similar experiences? Feeling low? Nothing is working. Not all the time, obviously not all the time. But did you have that feeling of nothing is working sometimes in life?
Because when we are young, we are trying to achieve more and do things, and sometimes things doesn't work.
I don't need a reason why you felt it.
Yeah.
Did you feel it?
Sometimes, yes.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen to me carefully. What do you think you are, G, D, or D? Generalizer, deletion, or distortion on the number 1? Can anybody make a guess in the chat window? What about you, Sarika? What do you think?
I need to recollect destroyer when I delete everything, right? Deleter is I did delete everything. Generalizer where I feel I need sympathy, right? And what is destroyer?
No. A generalizer is when you take something and you say things like everything, all the time, nothing. That is generalization.
Okay. And then the destroyer, I think
Distorted is when you take something and you make something else out of it. Mirch masala laga ke kuch aur hi samajh liya.
I think I am mix of destroyer and the deleter.
You're actually a generalizer.
Oh, generalizer.
Check in the chat window. Most people have recognized you're a generalizer.
Okay.
I'll tell you how.
Okay.
When you started talking in the beginning, you said something that made me understand a hint that you're a generalizer. You know what you said? Nothing is working.
Oh, okay.
Nothing is working.
Okay. Yeah, I am in a kind of situation where I'm feeling like, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
But there are things that are working in your life.
Yes, there are. Yes.
But you've deleted that.
Yes.
And then you distort what good things are there in life and you feel that is not good enough.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
And this has been going on with you not after your marriage. This has been going on with you for many years because you're a generalizer. And as you started having problems in your relationships, your pattern became stronger. So I say that crises and opportunities don't make you feel anything. They only multiply your existing pattern by 10 times. Your pattern is to generalize. So when you got crisis in your marriage, what happened to that pattern?
Bit more stronger.
It became 10 times stronger. And you started feeling more of nothing is working. So it has nothing to do with your husband, actually.
With me.
Yep. It's your pattern.
Yeah.
And not just that, you have the similar pattern of nothing is working in your career. Now, your husband has nothing to do with your career.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But you still feel it there. That's the proof that it's a pattern.
And
you feel similar things with your parents. They don't understand. They don't support.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm able to read things about your life which you've not told anybody. Definitely not to me.
Yeah, never. Yeah.
People don't understand me. मैं लोगों के लिए इतना करती हूँ फिर भी लोग मेरे लिए कुछ नहीं करते.
कुछ नहीं कर सकते. You can put it that way. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you put it that way. I'm not putting it that way.
I mean, like, not karte means I feel like I fail to have a nice relationship where
Not
if
enough
I put
support, not
effort.
enough understanding
Yeah.
from people.
Yeah.
But that's because your entire foundation is based on generalization. So if one thing goes wrong, you feel everything in the relationship has gone wrong. You feel very deeply hurt when one thing goes wrong.
Yes, that's correct.
It
Yes.
takes a lot of time to recover from that.
Yes, correct.
But that's because you feel सब कुछ गलत हो गया.
Yes, yeah, I overthink. Yeah.
कि सब खराब हो गया अभी.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everything is destroyed.
Yeah.
So again, career में अगर एक opportunity खराब होगी तो तुमको ऐसा लगेगा पूरा career खराब हो गया. I don't know how will I recover. If you lose money, you'll feel very deeply disturbed. How can I go through this?
Yeah.
And it takes time for you to recover from that hurt,
Yeah.
from that failure.
I overthink. Yeah, I
You overthink it. That's what is
everything.
called taking time to overthink and not recovering from that. Why is this happening? Because of too much generalization, deletion, and distortion. Deleting the good stuff, remembering the bad stuff. Distorting the current reality and misunderstanding people, misunderstanding life, misunderstanding parents, misunderstanding people who don't support you. They are supporting you in their own way.
Right.
How is it impacting your career?
This thing. Career-wise, like I'm doing a part-time thing where I'm just building my own setup as a therapist.
Right.
Sometimes it's good. I'm very motivated. It's working, and sometimes that because the rule system and the past system work in Singapore is very different. So then sometimes it looks like everything the same thing. What you
Right.
said, everything is flattened
Nothing
now.
is working. Everything is flattened
I
now.
have to start from
I have to
starting.
start from scratch.
Yes. So
People
then
who generalize always feel I have to start again all from scratch.
Yeah, so this happens because then I have to find another way to make it work because one is not working. So then I want something where I need to reach, but certain places I reach, then it get blocked. Then I find another way to do it.
What if you could stop these generalizations?
That would
What
be
if you
really,
could stop these, stop the negative deletions? And what if you could remember only positive things in your life?
that would be really nice.
What if you could actually stop your unnecessary distortions and see love in your relationship where you've never seen it before?
That would be really
What if you
nice.
could improve your relationship first? What kind of therapist would you be?
Yeah,
Would that be amazing?
yeah.
You're married for how long now? 8 years, you said?
It's more than 15 years.
Okay, 15 years. Any children?
Yeah, I have 2 kids.
2 kids. How old?
One is 17 and one is 12.
Wow, I must compliment you. You look younger than that. I wouldn't have predicted that about you. So
Oh,
16
thank you.
and
17 and 12.
17 and 12. Boy and girl? Who's the elder one?
17-year-old boy and 12-year-old girl.
Between both, who's the aggressive one?
No one actually.
No one? Both are
No.
docile, both are submissive?
They are really, I would say I am blessed. I am the aggressive one in the house.
Okay. Who's the, now I understand. Who's between them more extrovert?
My
More
daughter.
talkative? Your daughter?
My daughter.
And your son's a little reserved?
He talks less. He's like a very intellectual person, like very knowledgeable kid, which talk less, but he's very mature.
Got it. And how's your relationship with your mom and dad?
My mom and dad, it's good relationship, but it's not bad. I would not say
Not
it's
bad.
not bad.
Who are you close to between mom and dad?
I talk to my mom
Now
more,
more.
but as you know, at the age, the things,
I
I talk
understand.
to my mom more, but I appreciate so many things about my dad.
Correct. So again, just like what we spoke about a little bit about Harshita here, you've got a
Yeah.
lot of filters about how your parents were, and that's impacting your current relationship also.
Mm-hmm.
Between yin and yang energy, have you done advanced law of attraction yet?
No.
No. So in advanced law of attraction, you'll learn there's something called yin energy and yang energy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've got a lot of yang energy, which means a lot of male energy, because you've always been somebody who always had to take responsibility. You had to be strong for the family. You had to take charge of things around you all the time. Am I right?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
So you're a very straightforward person. You tell the truth, but that
Yes.
also makes you harsh many times.
Yes.
It makes you rude many times and people get hurt easily.
Yes, before it was, yes.
And when people get hurt, you feel, but I was just being honest.
Yes.
If they can't handle the truth, what can I do?
Not now. Before, yes.
You sure that your husband would agree not now?
I'm not sure.
You
Because
know he wouldn't
you
agree.
can't fake it.
Yeah. So you know he wouldn't agree with that. He still feels sometimes you're rude and harsh with him. Is he successful in his career?
Yes, he is, and he was.
Not as
Now
much
he
as he wants to
started
be.
his own startup, so it's a stage where of course, he's moving forward very nicely. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got a lot of yang energy, because of which there's a lot of lack of connection between you and your husband.
Okay.
He's a man. He would get attracted to yin energy, but your yin energy is suppressed.
Okay.
Your yin energy is your vulnerability, your softness, your ability to look beautiful, your ability to look attractive. You've suppressed all of that because you don't think the word beauty has anything to do with you. Smart, yes. Intelligent, yes. Strong, yes. Independent, yes. Beautiful? Sexy? Nah. Right?
Right. Yeah.
In fact, you despise men who would think of you as sexy or even look at you in that sense.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, that's because there's a lot of yang energy in you, not yin energy. The yin energy is suppressed, so you're not able to attract that relationship with your partner. That intimacy goes missing after some time. Now, most people say it's because of so many years of marriage. No, it's been 22 years to my marriage. I still have intimacy. My relationship is very romantic, but that's because I and Indu have balanced that yin and yang, and we have a healthy GDD, generalization, deletion, and distortion. Just yesterday, Indu was angry with me about something because I made a mistake. I said something in front of somebody that I was not supposed to say. So when she was angry at me, I said, okay, I'm sorry. In my mind, I didn't use a filter that she is dominating me. I just said sorry. And then I controlled her filter, or rather I influenced her filter by sending her a cute cartoon picture which was saying sorry, where one cartoon boy was saying love to another cartoon girl sorry. Now, what do you think that did with her? It changed her GDD. I'll give you an example of that. So here it is. Okay. Okay, everyone watch this, okay? This is fun.
बेबी तुम मुझसे बात क्यों नहीं कर रही हो? यू टूडू फूडू तुम मुझसे चिल्लाकर बात की हो, क्या तुम भूल गए हो? ओ माय सोना बुबू, अब मान भी जाओ ना, एक तुम ही तो हो जिसे मैं सब कुछ कह सकता हूँ। हाँ ठीक है, इस बार के लिए माफ कर रही हूँ, लेकिन अगर तुम फिर से ऐसे करोगे ना तो मैं तुम्हें छोड़कर चले जाऊंगी। I promise मैं कभी ऐसा नहीं करूँगा माय सोना बेबी। I love you so much. I love you more, my dear.
All right. What did that do to your state of mind right now?
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it's funny.
So this is what I sent her after a fight, to pattern interrupt her. This is NLP. I changed her GDDs. I made sure that I was not letting her remember the negative memory, and I replaced it with a beautiful memory. Now, because you don't know these skills right now, you're not able to do that in your relationship. You're not able to build that rapport with him. Make sense?
Yeah.
What if I could teach you all of that today?
That would be amazing.
What if you could get back in your relationship the love that you had 15 years ago in the first year?
That would be nice. Yeah.
Look at her smile, by the way. How many of you saw that smile is different? That's like a girl coming out. That's not yang energy. That's a yin energy. How many of you could see that? It's possible to learn that today and tomorrow. And you could suddenly feel so much love with your partner that you would actually feel like you're remarried again. It's possible to do that if you start practicing these skills. Make sense?
Yeah, right.
Okay, perfect. Unmute everyone. Give her a high five. Congratulations for magical relationships.
Congratulations for magical results.
All right. Once again, everybody unmute. Did you learn something from that? How was that for you? Did that give you some clarity about your life?
Yes, awesome.
Yes, very much so.
How many of you learned a lot from about this conversation about your GDDs? Raise your hands if you learned a lot about that. your own GDDs and where you're stuck in your life. And can you change that now? Yes or no? Okay, so let's learn how to change that. This is where we go into the second gear, where we learn about how do you really take control of these GDDs. Okay, but before that, continue writing on your notepads. What would you like to change? Because if I don't know what you want to change, how will I know whether you changed it? Correct? So go back to your GDDs that you've written and mark one or two things that you would like to instantly change today while we do the GDD practice. Okay, but before that, those of you who are on YouTube live now it is time for me to log out and go 100% dedicated to the Zoom participants who are here with me full-time, fully paid as part of NLP participants. Those of you who would from YouTube like to be part of the Zoom meeting now, here is what you need to do. There is a link being shared with you on YouTube live where it's a link to make sure that you pay for the course right now and you join immediately. This is the offer that you have seen there. It includes the NLP Live workshop. It includes all the recordings. It includes the community sharing. It includes connecting with the other NLP members. It includes all the bonuses which I showed you earlier, which are more than 3 lakh rupees of bonus. All of that is included when you join now. And the best part is today, the full day live, you are with me. Tomorrow, the full day live, you're with me. So you're not going to learn theories which you will apply later. You will get results today. That's my promise to you. In fact, I will give you proof when you join today in Zoom that Harshita and who did I just talk to right now? Harshita and I'm sorry, I forgot the name. Who did I just talk to right now? Sarika. So we will take these case studies again after 1 hour and you'll realize that their entire experience of relationship has changed. It's possible to do that when you learn the right skills. So quickly join in. My team will give you the Zoom link right now to join. Here we go. With that, switching off YouTube live now. Take care, everyone. Share this video with 3 of your friends. Quickly subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up to the bell icon so that you get an email the next time we are doing a similar free lesson for all of you. Bye. Take care.